Hi, Lee. Hi, Gloria. Happy Wednesday to you guys. Um, Time is nine something, and I'm still on medical leave. As you guys already knew, I had cancer and still in recovery. And since this whole ordeal, as you guys are being sucked into a situation and you guys have no idea what you're walking into, allow me to shed some light and make a few things clear. So, what's interesting about you two is that as you know what your sister was capable of and what she's done before, not just to my dad, even for Winston, even to me, and other things that happened along the way, I call you guys now predator protectors. So the same person on Glory who you called evil, you called my mom evil. Both of you guys know my mom, she does need to get some type of help and counseling. I find it very interesting the fact that as you guys know what happened to me growing up, even to an adulthood, and I looked at you guys as second mothers at one point. To hear you guys say, I'm so sorry this happened to you. You guys were there in support from the background, but never did anything about the situation. You guys ought to be ashamed of yourselves. So I'm curious. Humor me on this here. So I'm gonna let you guys know what you guys missed in court yes on Monday. So where I have to see, I love the art of war and the art of protecting myself, and I love the fact that Dad, if it was not for my father, I would not have been this savvy in dealing with court stuff. I thank my dad because it was for him having to go through my mom with divorce and child support, and also for her having to sue him out the house. She ended up having to pay for it because she lied and messed up and she did some fraudulent stuff. He walked me through the paperwork and showed me how to organize myself and protect myself. That's why I'm so good at what I do. And I find it ironic because I want to make it clear that, and this is not a threat, this is not harassment. I'm going to sit there and just save you some time. So, unless you guys have personally seen me do something to my mother and you know firsthand, other than he said, she said, and what she lied and told you guys and fed that bullshit to you guys about, I would probably say you're not a witness to anything and have a seat. We can watch in the background because situations will play out. You have the copy, the documentation, and that attachment I'm sending with this to see everything I put together. Your sister is hurt. She's probably still grieving over Yancey, who she abused horribly. And I find it interesting because as she's saying I'm disrupting the house, there's so much you guys don't know and have missed out on. It's not even funny. But you're quick to believe your sister, but you guys know what she's capable of and has done her behaviors in the past. So, Aunt Lee, you remember on July 5th, 2013, when you happened to show up during your lunch break, and that's when the police were there back in 2013, I had enough of my mom. She was mad because I would not take on that Timothy Hawkins case back then. And I had a problem with her using my credit and ordering stuff in my name for her benefit. And because I set boundaries, I get attacked. And she had already tried to pre-set me up for elder abuse back then. Do you remember that? You were there with the police. And as she tried to get Grant out the house because he saw everything, he seen your sister jump on me, and I had bruises on my arm. Do you remember the police actually took the cuffs out, were ready to arrest her then? And the only reason why I did not, and you were standing right there at least, because Grant was breaking down crying because he did not want to see his grandmother in jail, but she still got cited for it. I forgave, didn't I? I have not put my hands on my mother nor abused her, but yes, she's doing this to me. You guys want to protect her? You ought to be ashamed. So even for in Gloria, it's so interesting. She talked about stealing her credit and identity. Let me make sure this is clear to you guys. What you guys didn't know is the night she got booked to went to jail that night for jumping on Winston. I was there. 4 cop cars showed up because the police were called by the neighbors and by Winston, not by me. I came to you guys in prayer and to support my mother. You remember how worried I was? Well, I'm sick and going through radiation. And so what kills me is that as she was booked with her cell phone and booked with her wallet. She had it the entire time. And I actually have a video recording. I'm going to send those links to you too, where she admitted to having her wallet the whole time. But my mom fabricates stuff. I have no damn idea what she's talking about with grandmother. I've never even seen grandmother's ring. I don't even go in my mom's room because only her and Winston have access to her room. You know how you get dementia, you start to act a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? My mom has started to act real delusional, like how grandma was. And she likes to make up stuff to try to set you up. You guys already knew that part, though. And you guys chose to stand on her side versus then be neutral and just listen for the truth. For Gloria, do you remember when, okay, so in May is when the first time I passed out at work. That's when I first found out I had cancer. And I stayed home. I was sick for about 2 weeks. I stayed home from work. I'm still employed, by the way. As you guys can see from the paperwork, I'm just on medical leave still. And so with that being said, do you remember when Gloria came to visit and my mom, who I had not spoken to, she was so mad because after she called me bitches and hoes. And you guys know how my mother is. You've seen her temper. And Gloria, you were there that day too to see some stuff for yourself. She busted in my room. I'm not messing with her, but she's always attacking me. You were there. Saying, oh, you sick, huh? She was mad because when I passed out at work, my job called her by accident. I should have had her removed from my emergency contacts. So after she's abused me from this whole thing, from the whole Yancey situation, she's so embarrassed and has guilt. She was mad because I did not give her $3,200 because I was giving her money here and there even to help support her functions. I didn't lie about any of that. And you guys knew that. I'm sitting here paying to get her hair done, nails done, do it because that's my mother. I wanted to build something with her. But when it came to Yancey's funeral, so I think it was, Lee, I think that was you that was there. We were planning for Yancey's funeral. And as they made it clear, I was power of attorney. I didn't ask to be in that position, but I was that. I did what Yancey would have wanted, not what she would have wanted. And so we're supposed to be a small service. She wanted to sit there and do this whole elaborate catering setup again. And I'm done. I'm overpaying for people who I don't give a damn about. For her church members. Those people never even met Yancey, most of them. And so again, I asked a question to her where I said, you don't have a mortgage to pay. You have 2 cars paid off. You have this much income coming in. I know because I did her reverse mortgage. Oh, no, I did her 2 loan modifications before she got the reverse mortgage done. So I know how much money goes in that house. There is no reason why you should be broke. So I asked her, I said, where is your money going? And from there, I get attacked again. And I did not know she took out an $8,000 title loan on her car to sit there and function for the tap and for the catering. Because I refused to do it. And she blamed me. That's why she beat me up the first time and got on me from Yancey's funeral. So when it came time when I got hospitalized, and the nurses told me that she was coming to, my mom was there to see me and wanted to know my diagnosis, what's going on. I saw how much she sat there and spent through Yancey's life insurance money that fast within less than a week. And my mama has no good intent. You guys know how my mother is with spending addiction. Don't act stupid. And I do not feel comfortable or safe. I was done. And so because I refused her, that's when that day that you came on, Gloria, to visit my mom at the house, and I was laying down, she busted in with an attitude. She was upset about that. But she had no idea I had cancer. And so you saw when I came in the kitchen, I said, Mama, I forgive you. I'm praying for you. And I go see the cancer doctor, oncologist, such and such a date. And Gloria, you saw that for yourself. I am not aggressive towards my mother. I've always been respectful. My thing is that, as you guys know too, I will cuss you out or say some things, but after that, I don't mess with you. I'm done. I do the opposite. I disconnect myself from you. So if you guys seen that behavior, I can go months and years without even talking to you. Even for my own son, as you guys seen that too, I can disconnect with no problem. What makes you think I'll sit there and aggress towards my mother? You guys have seen my behaviors and my actions. Even you guys saw me before this whole ordeal started. You guys try to say hi and engage with me. I don't even see you. I go that way. I don't see you. So you guys know enough about my character to know whatever she falsely alleged in that report is all fake. For Lee, you've seen or heard the recordings of her attacking me. And with you telling her and showing her and letting her know you knew about the recording, it got me attacked even more. I have a copy of that text message too I sent to you about please don't do that again, basically. You made the situation worse. So as she got booked that night from jail, she has an audio recording that she even admitted having her wallet the whole time. And she called Grant to have her picked up. I told you guys about everything. I don't have to lie about anything. What would make you think that I'm attacking her and I'm the one that's being attacked? So you guys see the text messages I sent to her. So it's funny what you guys missed in court is As my mom had no idea, I have built up all this evidence. This is truth and facts. Police report, you can't make that up. You audio recordings, you can't make that up. Her being in jail for inmate locator, you can't make that up. And so as I filed a response, the judge is seeing all of this, and your sister lied her ass off, and he just looked at her like, she hung herself. So what my mom is doing right now, she's attacked, but she'll try to play victim. So the night you guys heard something in the background from her attacking me, and I'm like, whatever she alleged, I never spit on her. I'm Gloria and Lee, you guys know better. Even the Winston was laughing at that when the cops brought that up. That's when she got cited for grand theft and battery. And then Gloria, you were there that night because they made her give my computer back that she stole from me. So how's it I'm doing elder abuse and she's attacking me? Like, how does that work? And why are you guys trying to sit there and testify and witness anything? And I don't even talk to you guys, period. I'm done with all you guys. Help me understand this. Help me understand the fact that you guys have seen enough for yourselves, know my mom's behaviors to know better. But what is your purpose of being here? Like, you have personally seen something. I don't even engage with you guys. So that shows a lot about my character. So for the response that I filed, everything in truth and evidence, you guys, what's funny to me is that I'm going to roll you guys under the bus too, because you guys are aware of the abuse for too many years. So all this stuff talking about, I'm sorry this happened to you, this, that, and the other, it doesn't mean anything to me because your actions show. If you had kept your behinds in the audience, would have been one thing just to see for clarity for yourselves. But what have you witnessed though? And it's interesting because, I kept my text messages I sent to my mother that you guys will also see in there, pleading with her to please stop attacking and stealing from me. She stole my wallet. I have a police report for her. They got her on camera. I kept a camera in my room. And she blatantly had and refused to give it back. There's a reason why there's police reports against her. I just need her to stop. I'm not putting her out of her house. You just need some help, and she's amplified in anger. But you guys don't know that. You guys go by what she tells you, like a bunch of dum-dums. For her saying that I cussed out her former pastor, Timothy Hawkins, do you know how wonderful email is? I kept all my emails, as you guys see in there too, from where I was corresponding with the group, including you, Gloria Flemister, about you guys brought me on to sit there and help out and do discoveries for your litigation that you guys lost and could have won, but didn't listen to me and did things behind my back. Coward. I kept all those in there too, even for the meeting where you guys signed the forms yourselves, your own names. You guys see that in there too. So how is it I'm attacking, but I was brought on to sit there and perform a service for you guys? So cut that down. And as far as Ken, so make sure this is clear, as you guys are already knowing, I did way up and beyond what I was supposed to do. This is why I didn't want to take this stuff anyway, because it's just too much drama. I'm done with this family. So even for Ken, so I'm going to make this clear about why I do not talk to Ken. Remember, I was friends with him first, and because of me, through Richard, you guys had a safe haven to even have a meeting in the first place. You guys started going to his church more and more and joined his congregation. Because of me, I was his friend first. And as we were sitting on the phone for hours, me and him, and talk about stuff, what killed me about him is two things here. So you guys know I'm a part of the LGBTQ community. I'm a part of Oakland Pride, Gay Pride. I'm part of all of that. And you guys have seen even from me in the news. He had no idea that I was a part of that community. And so I'll never forget that 2017 is the first time on Vacation Bible School, he sat there and did some shady stuff. So I don't even go to church, you guys know, not like that, not your guys' type of church. But I went there in support just to show up with him, and I brought my coworker, and it was supposed to be Pride weekend for San Francisco. And I'm wearing my rainbow colors out for work, and I'm just feeling good. I'm happy. I'm coming there to sit there and enjoy myself. And once he saw me walk in and with that attire on, his whole demeanor changed. He made some remarks about the gay pride community or gay community. That was offensive. He fell out for a little bit. He did apologize after, but he did it again the following year, which is last year. And as me and him had an issue with some things, I just don't like shady people. And so when it came to the point of where for Richard, when he was on his deathbed, and I heard he was sick and had his toes amputated. So my boss, who also knows him, Also fellow classmates, including Sean, even my cousin Cassandra, we all got together and we formed a prayer circle. And I asked Ken, or your pastor, I said, regardless of what's going on, I want to do a prayer circle. Can you lead and be there? So we all coordinated. He was okay with it. His dad was there. Everybody was there. But then because of the foolishness that Ken had done, because I guess everybody knows he's been cheating. I didn't even know he was a cheat until I knew, well, Richard told me years before I even met this dude. I didn't know, put two and two together till after. And that's fine. That's his business. But for him being messy Marv, I guess he decided to blame Cassandra's mother and brought her in the office and did some stupid stuff. So keep in mind, I'm just not finding out me and Cassandra are cousins. We're cool. And this is what happens. And so he did not know I was affiliated with her. So he tried to shame her, but yet the whole church is talking about him. So again, deflecting blame. And so as we did group chat for the day, we're supposed to sit there and meet to do a prayer circle for Richard. When he found out I was connected to Cassandra, I say, okay, I'm finding parking, cousin, I'll be right there. And she's like, okay, cousin, I'm finding parking too. And he saw the whole group message. So now he puts two and two together. He left within minutes before we even showed up. Like he flew out of there. That's what Richard's dad said. And I was pissed off. Why gonna sit there and do that? We still had the prayer circle without him. And what he did was call my mother and put on a whole different show. So whatever we talked about and he was aware of, he presented something totally different to my mom, talking about he doesn't have time like that for his weekends or his family time and this, that, and the other. He lied. And so he not just did that, he reached out to Cassandra and said some comments, but he would not reach out to me because he's scared of me. For a reason I don't know, probably because he knows I'll sit there and tell the truth. I don't have time for foolishness. And so from there, that's why I fell out with him. That was the final straw. So regardless of however your ego is and pride is, when I needed him to be there, he volunteered to be there and offered to be there and wanted to be there. When he found out who I was tied to, he bounced out and was too coward to sit there and just own his BS. And I called him out on it. And I said, do not involve my family. Your foolishness, don't do that. So that's what ended our friendship. And from there, he sat there, even for mama going to jail. He reached out to her and made it seem like I'm the one who sat there and me and Cassandra were the ones who told the whole church. And that's not what happened. I didn't even talk to him at that time. If my mom did not want people to find out what she did, she should not have done it in the first place. I was there that night. Now you guys know the whole story about that. But I'm the one who's aggressing. So you guys can see a copy of the affidavit from Winston. You guys can see even my medical leave papers to show I really am sick. My mother's lying her ass off about everything. You guys know damn well she did not need rotator cuff surgery because of me. That's I'm carrying all those heavy bags from her shopping all the time, every damn day. So let me ask you, what are you a witness to? Because I don't even associate with you guys. And every time I have to call the police, there's a reason why those police reports are in there. They were given, police report cards were given to me as a victim. Not the suspect, because I was victimized. And I'm tired of the abuse. And so, as she said, I stole her credit. As you guys can see in that paperwork too. Now you guys see that all the stuff just a glimpse. And it's funny because on Gloria, even I stayed with you for a minute. It was a joke for all you guys to know there's a package coming to her house every damn day in my name. You knew it on Gloria, on Lee, you knew it, Grant knew it, Winston knew it. It became like a joke. Me, the butt of jokes. And you guys knew this. I have a job with the county, so how the hell am I stealing from her? Me and her are not the same size. I don't even know nothing about grandmother's ring. I don't even touch her stuff. I'm not even hardly there. You guys know enough about my character to know me better. So how dare you? So I'm just going to warn you guys go into court, unless you guys have seen something for yourselves, that's one thing. On Gloria, even for the night that the police made my mom give my laptop back to me that she stole, grand theft, and she was charged with and cited for, what did you see? Because I don't talk to you guys, I don't associate with you, not even her. I stay away from all you guys. So how is it I'm abusing her? And what do you have to sit there and witness anything about? Think about it. Don't go based off of what she told you, which is a bunch of lies. What did you actually see and what you know for yourself? So before you go into court, make sure you know what you're talking about. Otherwise, have a seat and just watch and let it unfold. Because regardless of whatever she said, I had enough. I told her, I said, I'm praying for you. I have all my paperwork in here. You guys are going to see it right now. But as I'm not engaged in this, I want her to stop. I need her to stop. When I had her served on the 26th of January, she retaliated 2 days later with those lies with not one bit of evidence. And she lied on all that entire order. And you guys should know better. So that's why the court hearing is continued, not because of anything that I did wrongs, because the courts now see that she lied and they have to review it because the judge messed up on one part too. They should have never approved her case because there's already a pre-existing restraining order against her. And in my order, if I wanted to put her out of her house, I could have done that. But I did the right thing. I just say 2 feet away from me, 2 feet away from my car that I had, and 2 feet away from my room, because she kept coming in there taking stuff out, purposely trying to get me to engage. And let me ask you guys something else too. So she's talking about grandma's silver. Let me make this clear. So if I were to pawn something and I have not, the last thing a pawn shop wants is anything silver. They don't take stuff like that. And I don't even know what she's talking about. She just sits there and fabricating stuff. And you guys are just dumb enough to believe it. So after all this, and I mean this, I have no problem burning these bridges. I'm done and over this. It's too much. And I'm moving on to a new chapter. Everything happens for a reason. God bless you. I'm praying for you guys too, for your happiness. But you're not anyone I want to ever see or be around or associate with again. There is no misunderstanding. I'm over it. Same with Gloria, you couldn't even be honest enough to tell your kids what you had done and had them kind of come after me before. Here's the reason why I got upset. I'm over it. Both you guys, all you guys. Kick rocks with open-toed shoes. So God bless you. Just making sure you read the documents you see for yourself. Your sister is a liar and you know this, and you chose to take her side even though you know better. May God have mercy on your souls. No more love.